Hey friends, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are going to make a road opener oil. I did a road opener on my channel, and I've taken it off of the channel and made it only private, and that's because it had music on it. So I've kept the video, and I sent that to you guys here on Patreon. So it is here on Patreon. You can check that out. I sent it this morning, the road opener oil that I've made. And it was about 10 months ago I made this. You don't need a ton. You can see the key in there. Now the way I fashion these so that the key's on the inside, and you want the key on the inside. This needs to be a key that you've used to open doors, or has been used to open doors. If it's something you've used to open doors, all the more better. But as you can see, before you shake it up, the key is in there. And and when you shake it up, the key kind of helps shake this up. And so I've pre-made a bottle like that here, okay? And the key will help shake up the oil. So, if we were to shake this up completely and fully, it would be cloudy and dark because it has powdered iodine down there at the bottom. This time, we are going to use iodine that is not powdered. So this is the road opener oil from the last video that you guys probably just watched. Now, I've played with it and updated it and changed the notes on it and altered it. So within the last 10 months, a year, I'd like to show you how I've changed that. The candle that I have that's burning purple right here is for another purpose. That's to bring my kitty home. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm starting to worry. I've got a white candle going for protection right in here. I've got this big old key here on my desk while I'm making the oil, just as a symbol of representation. We're going to really try and, I normally hang this on my door, but we're really going to try and open the roads with this key. This key's for symbolism here. Now, where's my notes? Okay, so we've added a couple things, we've taken away a couple of things. This oil is for someone on Etsy, and I'll have my Etsy shop in the description below. But when you're making this for somebody else, it's different than when you're making it for yourself. And the reason is because, you know, there's things in here like DNA. Like, you need to add your DNA so that this opens a road for you. Okay? So, toenails rather than fingernails, because it's the road you're walking toward. And you need to pull a hair from the front of your head because it's the direction you're going. If you were to pull a hair from the back of your head, that wouldn't make sense. That's what's behind you. This is what's in front of you. So, Jackie, who I'm making the oil for, you are going to need to take a toenail clipping or two and put it in there, as well as if you want to add a drop of menstrual blood or regular blood, you can. I would suggest that as well, but definitely a toenail and a hair from the front of your head. Those are the big DNAs that need to go into this working. So as you're adding everything, you know, you're telling it what to do. Like I always say, my name is Jennifer. I've done over 12 different jobs in my life. If you tell me to go to work, you have to tell me what job I need to do. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and I might not get it right. So when you have these herbs that have many purposes, you need to say, okay, you're for this, you need to help with this as you're putting it in there. So I'll try to give you a good example of that in this less than 30-minute time frame. But what I do want to tell you is that the more time you spend holding over it with your intent vibrating into the bottle, the more time that you spend with that, the better off you are going to be. Whether it's me putting that intent in there or you putting that intent in there, or both of us. Okay? So when I make it for somebody else, I add all the intent. And then basically she's going to end up with a bottle with the stuff, and then she adds the oil, because when we ship this, it will leak. All kinds of things can happen to that. Now, road opener oil is generally an oil that's anointing. So you can, anointing a candle or an object or something. Now, if you wanted to put road opener on your skin, you would need to omit some of these ingredients. But we're doing an oil here that is not for the skin. It's generally for candles, for anointing, things like this, for spell work, not for our skin generally. All right, so we've got that key in there. I tied it. Let me show you how I've done this. I tied it and then looped it up and in around a piece of hemp. And hemp induces visions, okay? Hemp induces visions. We've got a key in here that we've used to open doors. Hemp induces visions, so we're really going to see that road ahead, and we're going to see it open up, okay? So let's just start going. We've cleansed the bottle with Palo Santo. You can cleanse it with juniper, sage, Palo Santo, Florida water, whatever you like. Spirit told me to do Palo Santo, so that's what I've done. And I think that's cool because Jackie's from California, and there's a town in California called Palo Santo, I do believe. So at this time, it would be a great time to add, if you were making it yourself, to add your DNA. The toenails, because you're walking a road, so toenails and a hair from the front of your head. And as you add the toenail, say, because we are walking and opening new roads, okay? Because we are walking toward newly open roads. Toenails, please help me, because we're walking to newly opened roads. This is my DNA. This is, this oil is for da-da-da, okay? So, we've added the DNA. We'll be done with that. At this point now, one thing that you can add is a Rose of Jericho. Just little bits of the dust. Or you can ask your plant if you can remove a little bit of it. And so Gertrude has no problem with me taking 3 pieces, she said. So I take 3 pieces off of the edge of my Rose of Jericho here. And I'm thanking her very, very, very much. Thank you, Gertrude. So we've got 3 little pieces of the Rose of Jericho here. Again, you guys, you don't need a lot of stuff in here. Rose of Jericho, you are here to guide us on our way on these open roads. We remember when we've talked about Rose of Jericho before, it's a plant that just rolls ahead. It helps new people as it goes along through life. It'll help you, it dries back up, it rolls along. It finds water, it opens up, it helps, it rolls along. So this is something to me that is representative of new roads, new openings, new directions, okay? So the next thing that we should add will be eucalyptus. This is fresh eucalyptus that I've dried, that we've grown in my garden. And I didn't dry it in the dehydrator, I just dried it in the air. Now, this is a really good spiritual cleanser. It's a big opener, okay? It opens the nose. Eucalyptus opens the passageways of the nose and gets like all of that kind of stimulated. So since it opens the passages of the sinuses, we're going to ask it to open new roads. So eucalyptus, please be here to cleanse us along our journey and open new roads, just like you are amazing at opening other things. And after you add each ingredient, just try and hold your intent in there and visualize this happening with each ingredient. So as you can see, we've still got the key that's going to stir up the oil for us, our little Rose of Jericho bits, eucalyptus. They all know what their jobs are, okay? Let's do next. We'll do those at the last. Dragon's blood is something that I normally add. To me, it's something that just kind of amplifies any working. And you don't need a lot. I'm just taking a couple little pieces that I've chipped off of my big mother rock. This is my favorite thing to do with dragon's blood. I mean, stop it. It's, you smell. See? Flicking amazing. So, a couple little chunks broke off of there. Dragon's blood. You are such a powerful amplifier. Such an amazing, amazing alert. You wake everybody up. Everybody can smell you. Such a beautiful scent. Please help us open roads. Please be there to amplify the opening of the roads, dear dragon's blood. Resin from a certain type of palm tree that when you cut it open it bleeds, and it bleeds this red sap that turns into dragon's blood. Next we're going to add lemongrass. This is organic lemongrass. We didn't grow it. Lemongrass is amazing. It is a super, super, super removal. and butt kicker, like removal of obstacles, and it will just kick butt at that. It's one of the highest obstacle removers, and I'm going to be putting 3 pinches in there, okay? You can put however much you want, but I normally just listen to spirit, and I don't always use the same amounts. I do the amounts per how I feel at the moment. The only thing I ever change are the ingredients themselves, but I do it upon intuition on how I feel, okay? And I trust in spirit with that. Lemongrass, you are a super, super, super butt kicker of removal of obstacles. Please be here to remove our obstacles. So mote it be. It's beautiful stuff. Oh, so good. Next, let's do... Now you can add mint. Mint is good for lots of things, but it just really feels refreshing and opening. So mint, please be there to guide us and open these roads. Mint, be here to guide us, keep us cleansed, and open these roads. We really want that cleansing factor in here, because when you go down new roads, you don't want to be head in a havoc. You want to be feeling good. You want to be head in the right spot. You want to be in your best self when you're going down these new roads. So the cleansing aspect is important to me. Let's do next. We're going to do some dried organic lemon peel. I've got some little peels of lemon in here, running low. And I also have dried lemon peel that's all chopped up in little bits, but I like, when you have an oil where you can see inside, I like more of to see kind of some bulks of items. Because what if you ever lost your book of shadows and you didn't know what was in there? You could maybe look in there and kind of figure some of it out. So just ask Spirit what peel wants to be with me. And we're choosing this little guy that even has a little bit of the fruit there. And that'll look pretty in the oil for sure. And so lemon peel, you are cleansing, you are removing obstacles, and the lemon peel looks like a little wheel, you know? It looks like a little wheel with that fruit in it. So maybe you can think of that as being a little wheel to get down the road, okay? You could put a little plastic wheel in here from a little car to get down that road. I love, you know, using symbolism in oils. Like in my war oil, I put little tiny soldiers in it. Little toy soldiers in it. You can see them in there, and it's a war oil, you know? So next, let's do a chicken toe. If you need chicken toes, I've got plenty, as you can see. Same with chicken's feet. But it, you know, once the foot is dried like this, you can't really clip the toe off. You have to clip the toe off when they're raw, and then dehydrate them that way. And so I'm putting one chicken foot in here, or toe. And the reason I'm putting a toe is, again, like same with the toenail. This is going to help us get along the road. It's going to be protective. It's going to be like a faithful guardian. You can use that chicken spirit, and you can ask it to be protective of where you're going, the roads ahead. So here is a nice big chicken toe that we're going to use. And it will look great inside of the oil. See it down there? So chicken toe, you are here to help us walk our path. You are here to protect us walking these open roads and crushing these obstacles. Okay? Obstacle removal, cleansing, protection, and opening roads. These are the intentions we need to be looking up for the herbs. Now, another thing that we've got here to add is some black witch's salt. Again, I can make you some if you need some. My Etsy shop's down below. Black witch's salt. Okay. And adding as much as you feel. Now, this, to me, is for my protection. But I'm asking it to protect Jackie. Black salt, be here to protect my dear sister Jackie. Now remember, the more powdery ingredients you put in, the more it will become like a mud. So on your powdery ingredients, add a lot of intention and a little of the ingredient. Powdery ingredients, a lot of intention, a little bit of the ingredient. And if you have the option in any form to use a whole over a powder, do it, because you're going to have to stir less. Okay? Alright. So black salt's done. Now we're using some Wormwood. It's up here because I always use it. Why am I adding the wormwood? Why? It's a powerful, powerful ingredient, and it has great abilities for spirit communication. Okay? Now, I've always felt wormwood is protective for me, even though it may not say that in the book. So I'm adding it for the spirit communication, because when you're working with Crossroads, you're working with spirits. Period. And one of our next ingredients right here is Crossroads Dirt. So using this wormwood for like a safe spiritual communication with the Crossroads, with the working at the Crossroads. So having that added in there, and again, talking to it, telling it what to do. Oh, Wormwood, you are so amazingly powerful. Please be here for my friend Jackie to, when she opens the roads and comes across these obstacles, please be here so she can connect to her spiritual guidance. Please keep her safe, cleansed, and protected. Please open obstacles. Please help the spirits open up obstacles for Jackie. Okay, now at this point we need to add Crossroads Dirt. Now dirt, another powdery thing. Crossroads rocks work just as well. So if you go there and you start digging dirt, you're going to have all kinds of things come out. Here's a Crossroads rock. You could put that in there. I'm going to have a smaller one I'm going to put in there. I have a couple little pebbles. I'll be throwing those in there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of dirt. But rocks from the Crossroads, to me, and from what I've read in books, are just as good. I'm putting 3 little rocks and then some dirt. Crossroads Dirt, you know what to do. This is for my friend Jackie, and she needs some roads opened her way. Now, if you guys are going to collect Crossroads Dirt, I've made a video on how you know you're in the right place, etc. It's not just 2 paved roads coming together. There's a little more to it than that. So make sure to check out that video on Crossroads and the dirt. Yes, Crossroads Dirt, please open the obstacles for Jackie and create new roads for her ventures. We need new roads opened. New roads opened. Now, the next thing we'll add is a little piece of William, my Mandrake Root, okay? Anytime I have really special needs that I need taken care of that are for a personal friend, I always add a little piece of William. And this is European Mandrake Root. It's not American Mandrake Root. It's European Mandrake Root. It's just not grown enough to the point where it's at like 7-8 years and it's a giant root. They've harvested it early and it's small root. I would guess that this is a year old or less. It's not very large. This is a lovely piece. And it kind of looks like a person. It's got a little tiny like face. Yeah. It's William. It's poisonous. You really shouldn't touch it without gloves.
Hey.
Not now. Alright, so the next thing that we need to add is... Oh, right. William, my Mandrake Root, please be there for my friend Jackie. Help her, guide her, protect her. She needs your helping spirit. Help her open these roads. Help her and guide her through these obstacles. I will keep feeding you at home. Please, please be there for Jackie. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is saltpeter. This bumps the heck out of any working. It amplifies it, it boosts it, it just gives it that crazy energy. Saltpeter, read your toothpaste bottle. If it says saltpeter, get rid of your toothpaste. Do you know what this is? It's mild gunpowder. Okay, if you sprinkle it over a flame, it'll go pa pa pa. And that's what we do a lot of times when we're amplifying a working, is we do a little saltpeter pa 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 on the flame. I love it. So, dear saltpeter, you are here to kick ass on obstacles. Kick those obstacles out of the way. These obstacles will be gone for Jackie. A little bit goes a long way. And same with the next ingredient we're going to add, which is sulfur. Sulfur's cheap, but again, you shouldn't inhale it. It's a chemical. It's, it's not, it is, I guess, organic plant matter because, sulfur, but it's not like, you shouldn't let it absorb your skin, so you shouldn't touch it. It doesn't smell the greatest, but a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a ton. Here is my sulfur. It's yellow and it smells like a fart. So, no offense. It's just what you are. So, sulfur, please open these. Just bust open these roads for Jackie. It kicks in gear and amplifies and removes obstacles. That's one thing sulfur is bomb for. So if you have any kind of obstacle removal in general, or needing to kick the butt of a working, you go ahead and add a little sulfur. Good, that's enough. Alright. Sulfur, you are an ass kicker. Please go ahead and bust open these doors for Jackie, these roads. Bust open the roads for Jackie. Protect her on the obstacles around the way. Remove the obstacles for Jackie along the way. Right, and now her hair and the hair from the front of her head and toenails are already in here. Okay, she can add blood if she wants to, either menstrual or from a finger prick, or if she has some on a paper towel from an old cut. Anytime you guys cut yourselves, try and absorb it and save it for workings later. It's a great idea. Who cares about the paper? It'll just float around there with your DNA on it. You don't have to cut yourself for a working. Try and save your blood, not by doing this in a jar, but just by patting it with a paper towel and then keeping that paper towel. Now, we didn't add eyebright yet. Eyebright. Eyebright is fantastic for a few things, none of which I can think of at the moment right now, but it does amplify workings. Eyebright, clairaudience, clairvoyance, eyebright's right there with the clairs. So I feel like one of the reasons maybe I add eyebright is because it does help with those clairs, and you might need those when you are going through these new roads that are opening up for you. And when the obstacles get out of the way, you might need to use and attune to your clairs to get the best perception of what's going on. So with that, I think we're at the end here, where Eyebright, be there to amplify this working, be there to open Jackie's clairs, her clairvoyance, her clairaudience, her clairsentience, her I forget the last one, all of them, and please be there, right there with her to open her eyes and keep them open for these new roads ahead, okay? Now, at this point, if you were doing this for an oil for you, you would go ahead and take I just have Moon Blessed toothpicks. I take this thing out in the moon and I bless the toothpicks. Moon Blessed toothpick, and right as it's already happened, some candle magic. Okay? So, writing downwards on the side of the candle with this little toothpick, and I'm going to pack this up for Jackie because she's going to do it herself at home after she's added her DNA. She's going to burn the candle down on the top and put it out right before, with her fingers, put it out right before it's melted all the way down, because it will burn the top of the cork. And then that orange candle just stays there. Orange is the color for road opening, okay? So we've got this orange candle. After she adds her DNA, which is her toenails and a hair from the front of her head and possibly some blood, then she's going to go ahead and write her intention, something like it's already happened. Obstacles are removed for Jackie. New roads are open for Jackie. She could write this on with a Sharpie if she wants to, any old way you want. And so get that just carved on there. It doesn't have to be pretty. Drip a little wax from the candle after you've lit it. Drop a little wax on there after you've lit it, enough so where it's going to balance on the top here, and then it will take a while. Let it burn down. As that's burning down, you are there with it, holding your intention. I can't get the candle to balance, unfortunately, but you're here with it. It's burning down and you're just here holding your intention, okay? Holding your intention. Really visualizing, Jackie, because this is for you. Really visualizing all those things that you need. Because I've spent the time and put my intention into it, but Jackie, it's for you. So this is just the last part of what you need to do after you've added the oil, okay? And you don't need to shake it up. You don't need to shake it up until you're about to use it. So if you add the oil, you pour it in. We've got the key here that's going to help, stir everything up. We've not got too much mud and muck on the bottom. We did more whole herbs this time. We can see the eucalyptus, the mandrake, the chicken toe, all of the kind of more powdery ingredients at the bottom. The wormwood. This is looking really good, you guys. So, Moonblessed Toothpick Orange Candle. That's being sent with the bottle. One more thing I'm going to do on my end before I send this off to Jackie is I've got an exorcism bottle that I've made, and I did a video on my exorcism bottle. I love that video, and that's on YouTube. You can check that out. And it's got exorcism herbs in it, and I hold it, and it's kind of like a rattle, but it's a bottle, and we are exorcising all of Jackie's past obstacles. We are exorcising the old roads. We are opening new roads. Everything for Jackie is now, all that old crap is done. We are opening new roads for Jackie. We're opening new roads for Jackie. We're opening new roads for Jackie. Opening new roads for Jackie. We are opening new roads. We are killing obstacles. We're removing the obstacles. We are exercising those obstacles so you can sit here with as much intention as possible. The little beans, because beans are so good for exorcism, they're in there. If you didn't have this, you know what you could do? You could just dry a bean, like a pod bean, which I love these little guys. So you get one of these beans, long beans from the store, let it dry. You don't even need a dehydrator. Just dry it on my shelf, and it's like an exorcism rattle. So beans are good for exorcism. Exercising the old roads and obstacles, opening up new roads for Jackie, exercising the old obstacles for Jackie. You could even put a little bit of this bean in there if you wanted to, just for exercising the old problems, okay? So, now that I've done the video, I'll rewatch it, note down everything that I did for this bottle. And this has changed a lot from the first version that I did 10 months ago. So Jackie, this is on its way to you. This is a gorgeous looking bottle, and I'm so happy to be giving this to you. Now, if it's one that you don't want to use on your body, you can use olive oil. You could use a thicker, olive or vegetable oil if you like. You could use olive oil if you like the properties. You could use a type of oil just because you like the properties. If you're wondering about oil properties, if it's olive oil, just go up and look up in Scott Cunningham's book, Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, on olive, and see if the intentions make sense. safflower, sunflower. My favorite is sweet almond oil. Almonds have magical qualities. That's in Scotty's Encyclopedia. So choose your oil that way, or just choose what you like or what you have. Yeah. So all you have to do, because we have a listing for this on Etsy for road opener oil, all you need to do to get one of these, and they always come in different bottles. I just use whatever bottle I have around. It's not always going to come in something like this. But this is a nice large bottle. There's going to be a lot of oil in there. And if she's used through all the oil, there's no reason why she can't pour more oil in and add more intention to that. And keep what the big chunks that are there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm super excited that Jackie's going to have this. And if you guys need a road opener oil or any other kind of oil that I make, all you need to do is message me on my Etsy below. You guys, I'm so loving and grateful for you all being my patrons, and I can't thank you enough, and I'm so happy about what we're doing here. So enjoy the video. If you make this road opener oil, let me know. If you change it up and add things to it, let me know. I would just love to hear about it. So all my love and wishes to you guys today, and have a beautiful day.